Hey there, my name is Ivan Russo Pictures once again, and today I'm not going to be doing a comparison video. This time it's going to be a speed test. Coming up today, we have a setup, then we have also included more stuff. We'll also include, which also I'm going to talk about. This one I'm going to talk about, we're going to do, is we are going to do a Windows 7 versus Windows XP. So we're going to do a little nice look and we're going to compare them and we're going to see how it's going to look like. Before we get started, I recommend you watch the video. I'm going to play a video and we'll show you what the differences are. So for this one, we're going to focus on Home Premium for Windows 7 and the other one for Windows XP will be Professional. Now, before we get started, I recommend you watch the video. I'm going to pull up a video and we'll show you. I'm going to pull up the videos here on the differences between Windows 7, then we also have XP. So how would you say? What should you use? Should you use Windows 7 or Windows XP? This is considered to be the top versions of the latest features, which is successor to how everything looks. Now we're going to be showing you what the difference is between each of these things. So for this, I'm going to show you how we're going to compare them, and we're going to compare this to other versions. Now, before we begin our speed tests, I'm going to show you the video about the comparisons between each of the followings. You will see them every single week or every single once. We'll see how everything on goes. From Windows 7 to Ultimate, I'm going to talk about this. This is the comparisons between one of each of the followings that will be shown on the screen. So, what I'm going to show you is I'm going to talk about the differences between versions of 7. This is called versions. Now, before I get started, I'm going to watch the video. I'm going to show you real quick about this one. This video was made by the owner name of Dave Hudson, and we're going to show you how it compares it to the other two. We're going to watch the video, and we're going to go ahead and begin our speed tests. So, with that being said, hope you guys enjoy.
Hello and welcome to this tutorial from Complete Computer Know-How. This tutorial hopefully will give you a better understanding of the different versions of Windows 7. The first version we'll be looking at is Windows 7 Starter Edition. Windows 7 Starter Edition is primarily designed for netbooks. As you can see, there is no media center or DVD playback. This is mainly because the majority of netbooks do not have a DVD or CD drive. There is also no Windows Aero. This is a graphics package. Netbooks tend to be using lower-end graphics, so Windows have decided there is no reason to have this within the software. There is also no Internet Connect sharing. Internet Connect sharing is basically a single machine that is connected to the Internet, and various machines connect through that machine to access the Internet. There is also no IIS web server, and there is only a 32-bit version with a maximum of 2 GB of RAM. There is no Ultimate Tech with this version, e.g. domain connections and BitLocker. The next version is Windows 7 Home Basic. This is primarily designed for emerging countries to keep the cost down. It is similar to Windows 7 Starter as there is no DVD playback or Windows Media Center, there is no Windows Aero, no Internet Connect sharing, no IIS web server, no enterprise tech. But with this version there is also a 64-bit version with a maximum of 8 GB of RAM. The next version is Windows 7 Home Premium. This is the baseline version. This is the basic that you will probably find if you were to go out and buy a laptop at the moment. There you have DVD playback, you have Windows Aero, you have Internet Connect sharing, and also IIS web server. With this version, there is still, however, no ultimate tech, as in domain connection, BitLocker, AppLocker, and branch cache. There is a 32 and 64-bit version. The 64-bit version has the capability of having up to 16 gig of RAM and also 2 physical processors. The next version is Windows 7 Professional. It has the same functionality as Home Premium, but it also has the capabilities of connecting to a Windows domain. A Windows domain basically is a Windows server with a number of computers connecting to that so that vast amounts of information can be shared. This also supports remote desktop and also EFS, which is encrypting file system. This allows you to give each file its own encryption. There is still no of the ultimate tech with this version, as in BitLocker, AppLocker, and branch cache. There is, however, a 64-bit version of this operating system with the capability of taking up to 192 gigabytes of RAM. The next version is Windows 7 Ultimate. This is the full version of Windows 7. You even get domain support with this, remote desktop, EFS, BitLocker. BitLocker gives you the opportunity to encrypt the whole hard drive. With the EFS support, that allows you to encrypt single files, but with BitLocker you're able to encrypt the whole hard drive. This also comes in a 64-bit version with the capability of taking up to 192 gigabytes of RAM. The final version is Windows 7 Enterprise. This is the same as Windows 7 Ultimate, but it has the capability of having a corporate license. To put simply, a corporate license is a single activation key that is able to be used on a set amount of computers which has been agreed with Windows. That's all 6 versions of Windows. I hope this tutorial has given you a better understanding of the different versions that are out there, and hopefully now you'll be able to decide which version you are in need. Thank you for watching this tutorial. If you have any questions, if you'd like to go to the
I hope you guys watch our video. Now we're going to do
Where?
our speed test.
Oh, hey Ivan.
Oh, hey there. We're just
Good
going
news.
to.
I'm finally working on episode 81, season 9 of TCSIB.
Oh, yeah.
Good
Anyways,
news.
we're going to go ahead and get started. We don't want to waste any time because we're going to have to go do both of these. So, let's begin with Windows XP. Normal start. We're going to do a speed test for Windows 7 and Windows XP. First, we're going to start off with Windows XP. It's going to boot up for a second. Okay, Windows XP is on booted up. Going over to the setup. That one also did the same thing. Whoops. I think I actually did myself a mistake.
Well, Windows 7 is my favorite, along with Windows Vista.
Let's see how this goes, and we're going to do the little differences here. So, okay, Windows 7, I'm going to do this on Windows XP. Okay, on this one, hit enter. I'm going to press F8 to accept it. And while it's ongoing, I'm going to press it. And on that one, I'm going to press MTFS file system quick. While it's ongoing, I'm going to click install now. Let me just move it over so you can see for easy access. Now we're going to accept the license agreement. Click on custom. To hear the audio, I recommend you I can use the full screen so we can hear some audio. We can hear some Windows XP soundtracks. So next, I'm going to press next. Okay, it's installing. Expanding Windows files. It's like 0%. So we'll see how it goes, and we'll see how what it's going to look like. While it's ongoing, I'm going to mute my mic, and we'll see how it goes, and we'll see which version is the best. Which version did it win, or which OS version did it win. We'll see. Okay, it confirms that Windows XP did it, while this Windows 7 also did as well. First, we're going to do Windows XP. Hit next for this one. I'm going to put my username here and my organization. Oh yeah, I need to enter my product key because due to unfortunate circumstances, I can't show you it because I don't want to get this happen. So on this one, I'm going to type my username. I'm going to name this. Ivan speed tests. White boosting. SIM card speed test 7. Next. So I'm going to enter this up. Both of these have product keys, so I'm going to go ahead and remove my screen real quick because I need to put the product keys for both of these. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the product keys in. I don't want to show this for due to personal reasons, so I'm going
Oh
to
yeah.
stop from using. I can't show you the. I
Oh.
can't show you the full product key due to personal reasons because I don't want to get this taken down by something whatever because I don't want this taken down by that, you know. So I'm going
Guess what,
to.
Ivan? Look what I'm working on.
Oh yeah.
Can you go on solo layout?
Okay. Let me see what you're working right now. Let me just see.
The 20th Century Studios intro bloopers episode.
Oh yeah.
81.
Oh yeah. That's
Sir?
cool.
Yep. Clerics 2PO is coming back.
Huh.
So, anyways, back to you, Ivan. You can exit solo layout.
Okay. We'll just go ahead and take care of all business here.
Well,
Huh?
I only just stay here, so I'm gonna leave. Bye.
Take care. All right. We got both next. 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 Oh. It says. Oh. What? The product key is not valid. Please retype the product key. Oh. So it's invalid for the product key. So it's not gonna bother doing it, huh? Okay, so product key was invalid in the last time. So that was invalid. I'm going to type in the product key at the top. Okay, let's go back. Okay, we're done. Now it's going to ask me these things. We have the use recommended settings. I'm going to name this speed test on the left side. I'm going to name this speed test XP. Hit next. We're going to do the one in Windows XP first. Next, we're going to use the recommended settings. And as you can see, we have different time zones. Hit next again. And that one, it says this computer is connected to a network. Windows will automatically apply the correct network settings based on the network's location. Right now, we're going to go do the one in Windows XP, and we're going to see how everything looks like. Next, then it's going to copy all the files. I'll mute my mic, but on this one, I'm going to choose home network on this one. All right, it's going to finalize my settings here, connecting to a network and applying some settings. Windows is finalizing and it goes to the welcome screen. Now it will prepare the desktop, row second. Should be that far, right? Should be. Okay, it's installing start menus. There we go. We're on Windows 7 desktop. As you can see, I think I just did before. So it looks like this is the logo. Let me show you in the properties. As you can see, it says 3 days until automatic activation. Activate Windows now. If I click activate online, it's just gonna say this the product key for Windows 7 Home Premium. Anyways, we're gonna wait for the one on the left side. So as you can see, I have a little things to cover today. This one we're going to do is install VirtualBox Guest Editions. However, we have a lot of problems here. Windows 7 needs to have an older version that should support it. While it's ongoing, I'm going to go back, then locate up the VirtualBox Guest Editions collection, click on that. Now on the bottom, click Show All. Then look for the latest version. I'm going to click VirtualBox Guest Editions 6.170. Or, if you must, I can select VirtualBox 7.0.0 or this before. Then click on that. Now we're going to install this to the VirtualBox VM. Go to Optical Drives and select Choose a Disk File. Then locate the VirtualBox Guest Editions 7.00. Then open up File Explorer on my VirtualBox VM. Click Computer. Then it should be there. Then open up the VirtualBox Windows Guest Editions CD. This one is from 2022. This is for Beta 3, since this is in beta. Or, hold on a second, let me stop. How about this before? Let me show you. Let me just eject it. So, if you just did not run correctly, I recommend you do something. Just be honest with me. If you have VirtualBox Guest Editions, we recommend you use 7.9 or 797. But for me, I'm going to select 709. Then remove the VirtualBox Guest Editions from my older VM. Then I will do this by selecting this. As you can see, don't press any CD, let it pass through. Now go back to Optical Drive and select Choose a Disk File. Then select the 719 disk file. Now open up again. Then hit OK. This is 7.9. Hit Next. Next again. Then install. VirtualBox Guest Editions will install VirtualBox Guest Editions to your VirtualBox VM. That one on the left, that's Windows XP. So I'm going to select Always Trust Local Software from Oracle Corporation, then install. On here, we have this one right there. As you can see, we're done. So I'll select that for a second. Next, and help protect my PC. Hit next. Windows 7.1. Yes, to do this. We are not this time. We'll do the same thing to Windows 7. And we'll see how the process goes. Next, then finish. Now, before we do anything, we have not finished yet because we need to install VirtualBox Guest Editions. So if I go to Control Panel on this one, then as you can see, we have the user accounts and family settings and the user accounts. As you can see, I already put my password. It's already up and running, so there's no need to point out. We're going to close out these first. Then on here, click on Devices, then select Insert Guest Editions CD image. Now, during this, I'm going to do a speed test with my phone, and we're going to see how the fastest goes. I'm going to load up VirtualBox Guest Edition CD, close all these things, then hit Next, Next, then Install. Now, VirtualBox Guest Editions is going to install it to my VM, and we're going to use this with the Wolf. We'll see how it looks. Now, while it's ongoing, I'm going to put the password to this one. I will put my password in for easy access. Then create password, then no. There we go, the password has been protected. As you can see, it says password protected. This means we have everything all done. Now we're going to wait for this to finish. So it says installing, so it will just take about a few minutes to finish up installing VirtualBox Guest Editions to my VM. Once it's satisfied, I'm going to click restart, and we're going to see how the test looks like. As you can see, it says January 1st, 2025. It says release log, logged open 2025, April 10th. Oh, it says Windows XP. We're going to wait till it's finished, and then as you can see, it's already done. We're going to have to restart both of these, and we're going to see how the fastest goes. So we have Windows XP versus Windows 7. So as you can see, I had to install the older version of VirtualBox because it doesn't let me install the newest version of that. Oh, that's ongoing. We hear something right now on the left. Okay, it's file in progress. We can't restart until we finish up our process. So we're going to go and wait until the file process is done. So it says VBox video, SSC Windows, System 32 drivers. So it's currently setting up to our drivers. So it's currently going to be installing. It should be that, and then it is. The VirtualBox Guest Editions is currently installing into Windows XP. So it will just take about a few minutes, and we'll see how it goes. That one went fast on this one. We're going to see how this will look like when right now it's 7.09 because we can't do that because we need to install one of each. So we're going to install them. There we go. Completing VirtualBox Guest Edition 7.16 setup. I'm going to press finish. I'm going to restart them. Ready? In 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's see what the fastest is. I can tell the password is seen right here because I put the password in just for access here. So as you can see, it says type your password. I'm going to do the one in Windows XP. The same thing as well. Now, we're finished. So we did install Windows 7 and Windows XP. I'm going to do is I'm going to click View, then hit full screen mode, prompted to hit switch. Now on here, click on full screen mode, and that is that. On Windows 7, click on View, then full screen mode, then hit switch. Then it should full screen mode for the entire VM, or maybe so. There you go. That's good. We're good to go. Now, the last thing I want to talk about is a web browser. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little demonstration and see how it goes. If I click on go to the start menu, or on this one, click on Internet Explorer. As you can see, it's just not compliant with loading up the web page. It's just going to say on screen. So it's going to say this. It's going to say that the page cannot be displayed, or as you can see, it says welcome to Internet Explorer 8, outdated. Next, turn on suggestions, use Express Setter, because as you can see, it's not compatible with the web page. As you can see, that the page cannot be displayed, and this is because the version of Internet Explorer is so old and it cannot be display other web pages. So what we need to do is install a modern web browser. The one I recommend is Google Supremium, or if I go to google.com on Windows 7, or on here, it can load up this, it can load up Google, but anything else, we'll give you this. As you can see, it says please update your browser. So as you can see, this screen right here, it says please update your browser. As you can see, it says here that the page cannot be displayed, and this is because the version of Internet Explorer it's not supported, and it can no longer be supplied on Windows XP. So we need to install a modern web browser. The one I recommend is this, Microsoft Edge or Supremium. I recommend you use this from your virtual machine or to put them on your stuff. I'm going to type in Microsoft Edge and click on this. Then on here, continue to download Edge. Click on the bottom. As you can see, it supports Windows 7. Click Windows 8.1, 8, and 7, and click on that. Choose the screen to accept. Then it will load up the Microsoft Edge setup. Now the easiest way to do this is we're going to drag the setup to our VM. To do this, I'm going to move my thing, then click on Devices, then drag and drop, and select Host to Guest. Then click on that. Then simply drag the Microsoft Edge setup to the VirtualBox VM. Drag and drop here, then move to Windows 7, then click on that. Now it should see this Microsoft Edge setup. Double click on it to open it up. Hit yes to be prompted. And then load up Microsoft Edge. During the installation, you will see this load of issues, but sometimes it may not work. Let me show you a little demonstration, because Windows 7 may not work with the older versions of Microsoft Edge. Because I don't think Microsoft Edge may not work at this point, but I do want to talk about a little bit something better. I want to talk about this. So sometimes it may not work with Microsoft Edge, so it may not work properly at the point at all. So as you can see, Microsoft Edge is installing, but on here, as you see, Internet Explorer is too outdated, so I'm going to move it over so we can show you a little bit here. But if you go to Microsoft Edge, I'm going to show you a little bit to cover with. So as you can see, Microsoft Edge is up and running. As you can see, you have Microsoft Edge is on screen here, but however, there might be a little bit of problems here. Sometimes it may not work or something, whatever. So we're going to close that out. Instead, I want to do something better. I want to do something like this. I want to recommend installing nice ones. I'm going to install Supremium or something better. So as you can see, I have Windows 7 installed, but however, sometimes a little bit of an issue. What I'm going to do is I'm going to drag the file from my thing and put it into the desktop. So I'm going to click delete for this one. While it's here, click on Start menu on Windows XP and open my computer. Then we can eject the VirtualBox Guest Editions, then eject. Now, I'm going to do something for Windows 7. As you can see, I have Windows 7 installed. So, or something, you know it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up my wallpapers and transferring it to my VirtualBox VM. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the wallpapers for both of these. Go in here, load up quick access to this. Let me type in the wallpaper, click on devices, then select drag and drop and select host to guest. And on this one, we're going to drag the Powerpuff Girls wallpaper to my desktop. As you can see, the Powerpuff Girls wallpaper is on my desktop. That looks beautiful. That's what's nice for that. Yeah? Yes, indeed. Next, we're going to do the same thing to Windows 7. Click Devices, drag and drop, then select Host to Guest. Then drag this one to my thing. There you go. As you can see, it's fully dragged. Now it should see this. That would be like that. Now, I'm going to change the wallpaper here. Click Control Panel, non-Windows XP, do Control Panel, then select Appearance and Themes, then select Change the Desktop Background. Browse to the location we used, then locate the wallpapers to my desktop of my VM. So, as you can see, the pictures library is much different. We're going to do the same thing to the other two. Select copy from this and paste into this one, and this should be good to go. Now, locate the one we used. Then we can see we have to stretch our VM because we don't think we need to fit that because we need to fit the Bubbles wallpaper. We're going to do the same thing. As you can see, we have 65. Click silver and hit apply. Wait, whoops. I forgot. I did not meant to do that. Change desktop, then pictures, then locate the file. Oh, whoops. I forgot to do this. There. Now, we're going to show you a little bit. Now, one of you guys, sometimes it will say little things like this. So as you can see, right now it's a Powerpuff Girls wallpaper. I'm going to download this from my virtual machine, so we're going to do the same thing to characters. Then apply. I'm going to save this theme as Bubbles. While I save the theme for Windows XP, just save this as this. Go to themes, then select save as. I'm going to name this Bubbles, then hit save. Next, I'm going to talk about products. Products are, yes, indeed, these are products for OEM keys and early versions. Early versions are much different than the last time, except with a few. Let me just delete this from my virtual machine, or select 2 items, yes. Then, we're going to do this by downloading our VirtualBox VM, then putting it into the virtual machine. First, we're going to do this to one with Windows XP, then after that, we can move our Windows XP to a VirtualBox VM. On this one, I'm going to click on Early Dell OEM Wallpaper, then select PNG, then download this and save it in. I'm going to save this to my downloads folder for easy access. The easiest way to do this is we're going to drag our VirtualBox VM into our virtual machine. Locate our Dell VM because as you can see, it may not work. Click on Devices, drag and drop, and select Host to Guest. Then simply drag the Dell Inspiron to the VirtualBox on your monitor. As you can see, the Dell version is in. Double click on it to open it up, and there you go. Click on Start, then Control Panel, click Appearance and Themes, then change Desktop Background, then here click Browse, then locate the one we used. Then hit Apply, and there you go. So I want to save this as Dell. Hit Save, and there you go. That's more like it. So this is how it looks like in the early 2000s. Next, I want to talk about the one with Windows 7. As you can tell, the wallpaper is going to be very, very different because one of these wallpapers needs to have a lock screen. So on here, we're going to select light blue for Windows 7. Then we're going to save this for easy access as well. Hit Save. Then on here, click on JPG, then select blue. Then save our image, then save. Now, we're going to drag our Windows 7 wallpapers to the VirtualBox VM. Easy ways to do this is we need to install the latest version of Windows 7 to my thing and to the right. Click on drag and drop, host to guest. Then drag both of these to my VirtualBox VM. As you can see, the Dell wallpapers are on my desktop. However, I can drag the wallpapers to these things. Now, it should be like this. This is the one from 2009. The others are listed on the other side. I will change the wallpapers here while I will do myself a favor. So as you can see, I'm going to load up Windows Loader. Then I'm going to move it over to the right so we can get some full easy access. So on the right side, click on, we're going to download our Windows 7 lock screen changer. Then we're going to go scroll down and locate the Windows 7 logon background changer. Then click accept. Then download now. Then click no thanks, I will download the Windows 7 loader. Then it will load up to this. It will just be directed to the Windows site. Then it will just download our Windows 7 logon background changer. If not, select visit site. If you have any issues, it will just say that. It will say this with the branding changer, just install that. If not, if it doesn't work, I want to do something nice. So, next one I'm going to talk about is the lock screen changer, or the one from Tweaks. So we're going to do the one from Softpedia. Click download now on your this, then select Softpedia Secure Download. Once it's downloaded, we need to transfer this to the VirtualBox VM. To do this, we recommend you do this. As you can see, the Windows 7 logon background changer has been downloaded. The easiest way to do this is we need to transfer them to my VirtualBox VM. Click on Devices on the top of your screen, then select drag and drop, then host to guest. Then simply drag the Windows 7 logon background changer to my VirtualBox VM. As you can see, the VirtualBox VM has already downloaded. Hit extract all, then we should see this, the logon background changer, or this one right here. The logon background changer is the Windows 7 screen. As you can see, we have successfully did this on myself. We're going to select choose a folder for my VirtualBox VM, then locate the one we used earlier, then click my pictures and hit OK to do this. For this one, as you can see, we have the wallpapers. This is the default background for this one. Once you're satisfied with that, click apply, then it will apply these things. As you can see, the more information, then hit yes, then hit yes to do this, and it's going to say please wait. This is the Dell background changer. So sometimes Dell background changers, before we do anything, I want to talk about this. The background changers are for Windows XP and Windows 7. However, it may not work sometime with a little difference. Because if you change to a different background, it may not work. But we recommend you change the backgrounds to something nice. If you do something to this, we recommend you do something like I want to talk. So if you change the logon background, it will just have a little issue. So what we have to do is, if you did this, I'm going to close the program for the logon background changer. Because it's not responding, or you can press cancel to do that. Let me show you. Because the background may not work with the logon background changer. So I recommend you do this with the new background. I'm going to change the wallpaper to like this one. It says please wait. So it's going to say please wait. The wallpaper is being applied. So it's going to apply the background for the wallpaper. However, if you may encounter issues, you should do something how it looks. Let me just go ahead and do something real quick. We can show you a little video demonstration. So as you can see, we have the Dell background. So let me just do that. You can see if I log, that will just do something like that. So here's a little nice recommendation for you. What I recommend is we want to do another one. It's called Tweaks. It's another background that will be seen, or you know what? I'm gonna load up Tweaks. Then on here, I'm gonna click on Tweaks Logon Changer. Then locate the Windows 7 backgrounds. Then click Download. It's right here. Direct download from tweaks.com. Then we're gonna locate our background here. Then we need to transfer that to the VirtualBox VM. The easiest way to do this is we're gonna show you how you can do that. So as you can see, I'm going to remove one of each. I'm going to click delete, then delete it. Then click empty recycle bin and hit OK. Now on here, click on devices, then drag and drop host to guest. Then we can simply drag our Tweaks logon and extract them. Then we can set up our VirtualBox with our screen here. We can install the Tweaks logon changer. It will just take about a few minutes and hit yes. Then finish. We're going to personalize our VirtualBox VM, and we're going to click on that. Then we're going to do the light blue one, which is nice. Then on here, we're going to change the thing to Quirky, which is the official background with it. Listen. Then log on. That's nice. Then we're going to save our theme as Dell. Cool. I recommend you do something like this. I'm going to launch the Tweaks logon changer. As you can see, the Tweaks logon changer might be a little bit different, unlike this. Let me show you. As you can see, it doesn't feel like this point. So if I click on that, so as you can see, it tells you everything, but if you press continue, click test, it doesn't try to let me do anything. See, we can change the login screen, then locate our picture. Watch this. As you can see, it doesn't let me do anything, because if you go to compute local disk, then here, then user profiles or Windows, then System32, then select OOBB, then info, backgrounds, and then hit backup. As you can see, it wouldn't let me change because the backgrounds are too outdated. So what we will have to do is we need to get something nice and better. First, restart your VM. Then wait for this to load up, and then we can re-log in back. Because as you can see, it looks remain different. Look at that. The background looks simply wiggly. Hit start, then click control panel, then click on this button, the user accounts and friendly safety, or adjust the screen resolution. Then we should locate the back. We should fit the screen. Hit apply to do this. Hit keep changes, and it should be like that. If you do this in the lower thing, they may not fit the screen. So I recommend is this. Hit apply, then keep. So that looks like that. If I go back to tweaks, hit yes. That should be like that. Now we can change our logon screen. Click locate the picture we did, then click blue. There you go. That's like it. We're gonna click on it again, hit full screen. Whoops. Hit full screen mode, hit switch. And if prompted, do so. But however, I think it may be because we're experiencing issues here. So I recommend you do something like this, because sometimes we're going to have a little bit of issues here. So when we detect it, it's going to detect our virtual machine, hit apply, and it's just going to say that. So the one right here is a 9.855. It may not fit the screen. Look at that. Sometimes it may not fit the screen. So I recommend you use that like that, like this, which is beautiful to me. Full screen mode, then we can do that like that. That's pretty much that. That's pretty it. So we're going to show you a few demonstrations. Next is a Windows Loader. Windows Loader is where you activate it with the phone or something, which I will load it up with my show off files. Then we can load up here. If you do this, it will just say that and just going to do this. Next, click devices, then host to guest, same thing, then load up Windows Loader, then we can hit extract all, then extract. Before we say this, I want to talk about a few things. First, I'm not responsible for showing this to the people on screen, because it's not responsible in any way. Because if you do this with a thing, as you can see, there's a password here, which I won't show you that, but I will go ahead and do this real quick. We'll go ahead and take care a little bit, and then we can get started. So, what I recommend, as you can see, I put this as a blue background. So, I will show you in a little bit with the Windows XP and Windows 7. So we have the early versions. We have the one on the left with that, and the other one on the right. We have the Windows XP and Windows 7. So let's go ahead and begin the personalization. So if it doesn't fit the screen, I would recommend you do this. So if I click on that, it will just have a little bit of problems. So if I go to Control Panel, click Adjust Screen Resolution, as you can see, if you see this, that's that. Hit Apply, then hit Yes. If your screen is below that, we need to click on that and click Keep Changes. Then we're going to install it here. And just keep in mind that this version with, let me see, as you can see, it has this Dell, because this might fit screens, so it may not try to work. So I recommend you do something better than this, because I don't think Windows XP or Windows 7, and there you go. So as you can see, I need a little demonstration here, because if you do this right here, we're going to do a restart test. So we're going to turn off the computer, and let's see how it works. 1, 2, 3. Oh, it did one. Here. Okay, that was the speed tests. Next, I want to talk about, because we have guest editions installed, and we have the Windows Loader installed already. So if I click Properties, it should do that, and there you go. Windows is activated, and before that's speed test 7. Now we're going to do a full install test to Supermium. It supports Windows XP and Windows 7. Now here, go on there, click that, click GitHub or this. We're going to use it on the GitHub page. Hit Releases, then locate Supermium 32 setup and 64-bit exe files. First, we're going to move the one on the left side. Then we need to transfer that to a virtual machine. To do this, just click Devices, drag and drop, and Host to Guest. Then we're going to move our Supermium to the right, because drag and drop, Host to Guest, like that. Now, if it doesn't work, force quit it. Just do that. Force quit. Because if you just do that, we need to force quit the virtual machine or that. Now we can move our Supermium 232 setup to our VirtualBox VM. The easiest way to do this is we need to drag and drop our VirtualBox VM. To do this, click on that, then drag and drop to a VirtualBox machine. However, this will have some issues. So we have the ones right here. It's just drag and drop gets the host failed because the VM window failed. So it's having a little bit of trouble. So anyways, here's a little bit of things to cover today. If you install VirtualBox Guest Editions, it might just have a little bit of trouble reading the VirtualBox VM because it's not going to work at the point at all. First, we're going to drag our VirtualBox VM, then host a guest. Then it should be good to go. Now, there it is. Go to setup. We're going to do this one first. Hit yes. And on the Windows 7 screen, we're going to drag the same as the last time. Click Devices, drag and drop, and host a guest. Then simply drag the Supermium setup to my VirtualBox machine. The easiest way to do this is we need to drag and drop our VirtualBox VM. Oh, that one failed because that one did not work, but this one wouldn't work at the point at all. Because, oh, never mind. I thought I was just going to say that. Never mind. Now, next, what we're going to do is we're going to load up this one. Hit yes. Hit yes when prompted. Then on here, I'm going to click on the left on Windows XP. Click Create Shortcuts for Supermium. And I'm going to press OK when prompted to install. 1, 2. Once it's finished, you should see this right here. Supermium setup has fully successfully become successful. Click OK to do this. Then you should see the Supermium on my desktop. Double click on it to open up the browser. As you can see, it says I can sign in to Supermium. It's better than the outdated Firefox. Click Don't Sign In. And if you want to set as default browser, select Set as Default as your current web browser. So that was that. So that's what it thinks. As you can see on Windows 7, I was able to load up Microsoft.com just fine. I can also load up YouTube videos, and this will work as well. Let's go ahead and install it. Hit install. And that looks like that. That would be good. That's nice. As you can see, YouTube is on my desktop on the Dell Inspiron. It reminds me of Dell. Kind of reminds me of Dell Inspiron. I should load up YTM3LA, and that will work as well too. There you go. That's that. Moving on to MP3. We're going to do a speed test for both, and then we're going to see how everything looks. We're going to load up speed test by this, and we're going to go and do our speed test by this thing. So I'm going to do is we're going to do this one. Which one did we connect to? Did we connect something? We connected to Spectrum. We're going to click on that one right here. Click that. Then we're going to change these things. Click Settings. We're going to see how the resultage looks in Windows 7. And so as you can see, we have everything all settled in. The current connection is Spectrum. We're going to press go and we're going to see how the test looks like in Windows 7 and Windows XP. Real quick, we're going to go ahead and begin, and we'll see how it looks. The Windows XP is about 20.19, a little bit. And let's see what the results on Windows XP. Okay, here is the list through. So here is the results. So the connection says multi, the GCO networks, and Monterey Park, California, with 123.42 with 1636.94. On Windows XP is 38.35 and 20.19. That's one of the things, as expected. We can close out of this. So here is the next one. I want to talk about Windows. As you can see, we have MSN toward Windows XP. It remains the same as before, except with a little different. You can see how it looks like with the VirtualBox guest editions. But however, Windows Media Center, for this one, it only does not have Windows Media Center. We have to do this by transferring this to the VM. And I'm going to change the profile pictures for both of these. So all I would recommend is I'm going to use my profile picture from the last row, then we're going to move it over to my VirtualBox VM. The easy way to do this is we're going to scroll down, then locate my profile picture, click device, drag and drop, same thing, push to guest, then copy that. Do the same thing in Windows XP. There you go. Now we're going to put our profile pictures into my folders drive. Start, control panel, then user accounts and friendly safety. And we have some user accounts. By the way, the difference is you can see we have some speed tests. Change picture, change picture. Browse to the location from my desktop, then this. Do the same thing to the other crew. There you go. There you go. That's more like it. That's nice. There are more tests to cover today. This is Windows Media Center, or Windows Media Player, because you click Start, click All Programs, or no, not the calculator, the Windows Media Center. See that TV video network, because the requirement of 64 megabit video RAM. Hit OK. This is an older version of Windows Media Center. We have Express, we have everything else. I haven't done Windows Media Center here, but this is just that. Let me see how much running time. Oh my gosh, we're at 1 hour. Oh my gosh. There are more speed tests to cover today, so we're done with that. We're going to move these both to the recycling bin. Move my profile here. Move the rest through. Then we can empty it. Hit yes. You can hear something. We hear some on the left and then one on the right when you empty your recycle bins. Now, here's Windows Media Player. If I go to Start, then click Windows Media Player, look at the differences. We can see everything we see on the side. This one on the right is Windows Media Player. This is Windows Media Player 9 for both of these. So we have the ones on the side. Hit Next. It recommends you see with WMA and MP3 files. Hit Next. As you can see, we only have these things on the side. So we have is the recommended settings. We're going to use the one that recommended settings at the top. And you can see the screens right here. We have the WMV, MIDI, and AU. So we have all the lists of the songs here. But as you can see, since this page cannot be displayed, it's because we don't have anything done before. So the next thing we're going to talk about is we're going to show you how we're going to talk. Is this. We have Windows Movie Maker installed here. Click on that, it will load up Windows Movie Maker. It looks like this. Now this thing, it kind of looks different than Super Media Maps and that before. Windows DVD Maker can't install because Windows DVD Maker is not installed on this computer. Doesn't meet the requirements for Windows DVD Maker. We can't start that, you know. Yeah, we can't start Windows DVD Maker. You thought before? Yes, indeed. Anyways, moving on to the last things. As you can see, we have the switch users, log off, lock, and restart. We did a restart test earlier. Next, we have the log and log off tests. So if you click switch user or logging off your PC, it will just say nothing. So I'm going to add another user to my VirtualBox VM, and you will see how it looks like when logging into your VirtualBox machine. So what we see is the left side is the Dell, and that one is Windows 7. So what we're going to do is we're going to add someone into my VirtualBox VM, clicking Start. As you can see, the profile picture looks different. My profile picture is the thing, but however, I want to see what we're going to talk about is videos. A video is called Unode. It only supports AVI files for the VirtualBox for Windows XP, but that one only supports MP4 files. If I click on Start and load up pictures, as you can see, we have all the pictures here, and we have some videos. If I click on Start, then click My Pictures here. As you can see, we have some pictures there, but, however, when we go to My Music, it will just say that. Now, as you thought, I'm going to go ahead and pull up a video from my virtual machine and see how it turns out. I'm going to load up my files list, then locate the file here, and we're going to transfer this to the Windows 7 VM. To do this, we recommend you do this on my phone or something. Oh, we can't show you that. We cannot show you the, unfortunately, we can't show you the full resolution of Windows 7 because it will be so long it may not work properly. We have some videos here. As you can see, I have some videos that we can transfer it to. We have some of the videos from Alex Playhouse. The rest throughs are the school day videos. Oh my body. And we have the Playdate with Blue. We also have this one right here. This is the music Billy Boy, but I'm not going to play that due to copyright issues. So, next one we're going to talk about is this. So, I'm going to put an audio, and you'll see, we can't show you the following videos due to copyright reasons because it's going to have some issues. But I can show you it in snippet mode because if I type in music video at the top, typing in music video, we have some audios here. We have the Greg and Steve, Good Morning to You by Greg and Steve. What About You God Reserve, Rise and Shine, Bali Yacha, God Maybe, Billy Boy. I already showed that earlier, but I'm not going to play it because of issues. This is the day, the month of the year, and that's that. Now, I'm going to do this. I'm going to move my, let me move this. Let me find one. Let me find a music video. I'm gonna move the music video, Billy Boy, to Windows 7. Because if we move this to Windows 7, I'm gonna click on Devices, drag and drop, Post to Guest. Move the music video to the virtual machine by clicking on our desktop. As you can see, the music video is on my desktop. If I click on it, it will play the audio. On here, we have this one. If I go to Windows Media Player, then click Videos, as you can see, it doesn't have it. What we have to do is we're going to move something to Windows 7. This one right here is the This Soul Man Music. This is the audio we have found it from my VirtualBox machine, my host machine. If I click on this, go back to Videos, as you can see, Go on videos, click all videos. As you can see, we have only one option. But on here, let's see what this is. It's an MP4 file. It supports MP4, and this is how it compares to the other versions. Next, we have the older versions. We have Heavenly Sunshine, and he got the whole word in his hands. I'm gonna move Heavenly Sunshine to my VirtualBox machine, while I move he got the whole word in his hands to here. As you can see, all the music videos are there, but here are the other clues. I'm going to move these both to the virtual machine, or this. This is the music video right here. It looks different than the last time, except with a few. So I'm going to show you a little bit of things to say. Next, we have the global networks, and we have the pictures here. However, it's not the best in all. So next we have is that's that, and we have there's more stuff. Silver Lining, which is an awesome music video, but if I move it to Windows XP, watch what happens. I'm gonna move here, quick drag and drop, host to guest. If I move this, watch this. I'm gonna copy this to the virtual machine. Oh, it goes to host to guest failed. Hang in there. We're experiencing some technical difficulties. Please stand by. What's the matter with it? Drag and drop, host to guest. Let me just move it up. Let's see. Now, if you move Silver Lining, oof, because it doesn't support that far. Because it doesn't support. Instead, I want to do something nice. As you can see, Judy and David is not supported on this one for Windows XP. What we have to do is we need to move the AVI file and then transferring it here. So I'm gonna type AVI, and then I should have AVI files, and there they are. There are the AVI files. As you can see, we have all AVI files here. So as you can see, I can move one of each things. So I can see I can move my things here, or this one. But as you can see, we have all of them. I have all the videos here. We have the one with 9 months. We have this one here, Titanic. We're going to move that. Then it should do it. There you go. There it is. That's good. If I click on Start, then click Windows Media Player. Go to Media Library. Hit Yes. It's Cancel. As you can see, there's no videos yet because we don't have anything up and running. Now, I'm going to move 9 months here. There it is. 9 months. Now, for the music. Music videos are a little bit. I'm going to move the Can I Kick It to here. That's like this. We have 2 songs, and we have a lot of things. We have 2 music videos here, and what else we thought we things with the day theme. Move it over. We have some songs right here. We have some songs. If I go here, click Windows Media Player. Click on that. As you can see, there's no media players up and running because we don't have anything in there. So as you can see, we have all these things. So we have all of them with these things. So we have the Can I Kick It and Adopt Me Day theme. I'll play every single one, and then we're going to transfer them here. So we have some videos here. We have the list through. The video for Deep and Wide. Deep and Wide, it looks kind of much different, interesting to me. Because Deep and Wide is a music video that was made by the owner. If I click on it, it's going to play it. But on my desktop, as you can see, we have all the list throughs here. I'm going to play one. As you can see, the Windows Media Player has stopped working because it's having a little bit of solution here. Because it will have a little bit of trouble with reading it here. Oh, yeah? It's okay if you want. Okay. Okay, gotcha.
Thank you.
All right. However, the rest are the lists. If I play this one, it's just going to say the Windows Media Player has stopped working. So it was just check for a solution. If I play this one, it's just going to see it only plays the music and not the. It doesn't play. Doesn't have any EVF files, so it has this thing with the 9 months variant with it. So as you can see, cause problems is not working correctly. Windows Clinic will notify you of solutions available. Now, moving on to music. I'm gonna move the day theme. It did work, but it stopped working. Host to guest, move it up, move here. I'll play every single one. And which sound do you think is the best? Do you like the one on the left, or do you want to like the one on the right? Ready? Listen. Good. Now, Windows 7. Okay, that's all the sound tests we covered today. Next, I want to talk about these things. As you can see, it only has the one right here. As you can see, it says it stopped working because it's having issues with the videos that we're going to play. Because we're trying to play some of the videos from the screen, but it didn't work because it's having a little bit of an issue when we play the music videos from people. Because when we play the music videos from the Windows 7 virtual machine during a sound test to the VirtualBox VM, it may not work properly. Because Windows 7 couldn't do it the point at all because it's having a little bit of an issue with Windows 7 and Windows XP. But when we load up Windows 7, when we load up this one, watch this. We hear, you can see it says has the H.264 codec. It says AVI file. It says AVI in the VirtualBox VM because it's said that and it's saying that before. Anyway, we're done with that. Now we're going to move on to other stuff. Moving on to YouTube tests. We're going to play each single one. We're all going to play them in snippet mode because we're going to have to play it in snippet because we have to do them in snippet because we don't want YouTube to get a we don't want YouTube to get a copyright claim because YouTube might copyright this live stream, but we're only going to play them in snippetly, and then we can show you a little bit to cover today. So next we have is there's no Tour Windows 7 here on this virtual machine, but we have some accessories here. We have some calculator, command prompt, getting started, and a notepad. So as you can see, look at this. We have security center and system information. So everything's all settled in. Everything's all compliant and everything. And what's that? Tablet PC and a system tools. There's no add-ons on this. Let's take a look at system information. Now look at the differences. As you can see, we have the left side, we have the manufacturer and TechImage, and we have the similar these things from 2006. Locales from these things, and we have the time zones, and except with the physical RAM of it. That's a little bit things with these things, with the builds 2600 and 7601. So, yeah. Now, what else we have here? Oh, we have the log off. We're going to do a log off test between one of these things. So we have log on and log off, and we're going to do one of each at the same time, and we're going to see how it looks. Coming up next, we have the log off and log on tests, and then we have the other three, the two shutdown tests. So we have log on, log off. We already did the boot up tests. We did a setup test as well. So we have is accessories. So we have Windows XP. We're going to take a look at this. Let's play it.
Welcome to Windows XP from Microsoft, the new version of Windows that brings your PC to life.
Let me skip that.
To begin the tour, click any selection.
Let's go to Windows XP Basics.
Friendly new screens, simplified menus, and a whole lot more. Discover Control Panel. Customizing your computer settings is simple with the Windows XP Control Panel. Just open it from the Start menu. Here's where you can change the way Windows XP looks and acts, add and remove programs or hardware devices, set up network connections, user accounts, and more.
Anyways, that was that. Because one of the following videos may not work because it says, did it work? Okay, that's not going to work at all. So, yeah. Next is YouTube tests. I'm going to load YouTube for both of these while I load up Sublimium. As you can see, YouTube is there. And I'm going to play them, and we'll see how it sounds like. I'm going to play the following musics on screen. I'm going to install them to both of these things. So as you see, Super Premium apps, it says empty for some reason. Why is that? And that's everything. What's this? We have this network setup wizard and the accessibility. Oh yeah, that's what I thought. And the calculator, notepad, paint, wizard, and Tour Windows XP. Anyways, let's put some videos on, and we're going to see how it compares to Windows XP. We're going to do a sound tests, but however, they're going to have to play it snippetly. Because when we play music videos from people, or when we play an audio from people I know, or the one I have on Instagram and Facebook, or anything on other social media platforms we have, we will play them separately. However, this is a fair use, since we're going to have to play them we have to play them snippetly without any kind of process. You might hear me in the last time, but you might hear the audio on here. I'm going to play this one called TGT December 17th, 2024. Do the same thing. I'm going to load up this one. You hear this.
Up next, Rainbow's Riddles.
Anyways, that was Windows XP. Moving on to Windows 7.
Up next, Rainbow's Riddles.
There are a few commercials here because there are a few commercials. We already showed them in the 1507 and the 22H2, but what's going on with it? We're going to go at the time mark at 8:33. Anyway, we're going to move on to Mike and Allie. We're going to type in the adventures of Mike and Allie. These videos are a little bit different than the Windows XP. Windows XP and Windows 7 are much different than the last time, except with a few. By the way, these both videos belong to their respective owners, and we do not own the rights to one of these series that was mentioned on the show or on the stream. Now we have our listers, as you can see. Taiwan, who did this? Is that Taiwan? Oh, it was Taiwan McKinney. As you can see, we have all the lists of the episodes we have. So as you can see, oh, stop. If I go to, let me type his channel, Taiwan McKinney. Click beautiful playlist. Now here are the lists that we have here. The episodes are George Forgets His Backpack, Joy's Factory, The Case of the Missing Logo, Ice Cream Truck, A Day at the Zoo, Mike and Allie's Park Adventure, Beach Party, In Outer Space, Our Adventure House, Howdy Partners, and Super Spectacular Circus, Wizard Adventure, Wacky World, The Land of Murder Goose, Mike and Allie's Surprise Party, Outtakes and Bloopers, A Mike and Allie Christmas, and Goodnight Mike and Allie, and A Trip to the Television Station. In my opinion on this show is wonderful. This show is great, and both of you guys did a great job. Now, I'm going to play something on the right, so you're going to hear the audios here. However, this is called, what is this? The Wizard of Adventure? Okay, there are a few things I'm going to cover today. First off, I want to talk about, I'm not trying to be rude to you guys, because I heard there's a Rainbow's Riddles show when you guys play Rainbow's Riddles during the Adventures of Mike and Allie. I think I heard that when you started playing it when Iowa Station Network Kids, when we air Rainbow's Riddles to our local network, our Iowa Station Network Kids local network, when we do that at the proper point. Anyway, we're gonna play a video, so we will not be playing one of each. We're gonna have to skip that because I don't feel like playing them. Let me load up to his channel. Hit videos to both. To be honest, I'm not going to play them because these videos, this stream will get copyright claim if I play one of the following videos on the screen for both of them, because both of these, if I play them, sometimes it will get a copyright claim on both of this if I play them separately. Next is going to be called this. There are other videos I want to talk about. It's going to be called, let me just go ahead and load up my channel. Go to videos tab. This one's my IVML Plus account. This one has all of the videos that was listed here. In that case, that was all this before. Now, I have a few things to work on today. So, the videos, you can see, it supports MOV. Even though it supports MOV, click on, if I go here, it won't work at all because it will have issues. Anyways, let me show you real quick. On MOV files, go to videos, scroll down. Look at this. We have that one. We have the Microphone Tom Gang, but I'm not going to play that. Any issue, but it will work on the VirtualBox machine. Let me type in my movie. And there's the video here. Let me just go ahead and click devices, post a guest, move that over. Look at this. Watch. See that? It's not going to say that. It's just going to say MOV. So we are not. Wait, whoops. Because it doesn't support that. But Windows 7 will work. Let me just move it really fast. Windows 7 will work with the VirtualBox machine, and that will work as well. So, in that case, Windows 7 will. Load it up. As you can see, it should be that. However, the Windows Media Player will not work. So, I'm going to do this by clicking on that button, then click this, then hit Control Panel, then changing the user account and screen resolution. It may not fit the screen. I'm going to click Apply, then click Keep Changes. Move one of each to where it was. Now we can start playing them. Let's play this one. As you can see, it's just going to say, it says it stops working. So anyway, in order to do this, you have to change the screen resolution to how much the picture is. If your resolution is that, yeah, we're going to do this in better resolution. Let's say if I can play this. As you can see, it's not going to bother doing that properly because it's having issues with the things. So, anyways, let's move on to other ones. In my case, Windows 7 and Windows XP may not have a little bit issues here because there are issues with Windows Media Player. It said it's having issues with Windows Media Center, Windows Media Player. It's having a little bit of problems with Windows 7 and Windows XP. However, in my case, it may not work. However, Windows 10 and Windows 11 will. Windows 10 and Windows 11 does support MP4 files, and it will work. That's fine. So, my case is this is the log off and log on tests. As you can see, got out everything. So we're gonna play one. I'm gonna play this. Listen carefully and look, and let's see how the difference is. Listen carefully. I'm gonna play one of each. So listen and watch this carefully. Listen. This is a YouTube sound test. We're gonna do a YouTube sound test and see how it compares it to. Listen. You can hear that, right? You can see on the right some of the videos that has Ali Just 2000's music videos on screen when right during in the end of our ident. You can hear that. We can see some of the music videos along with SNN and the Rainbow Service episodes. Now it's time to do something different. This time we're going to do a log on and log off tests. So this time we're going to do every single one, and we'll see how it looks. So we're going to do a log off and log on tests. So we're going to do these at the same time, and then we'll see how it looks like. So we did a restart test, we did a boot up test, and then we did it in the first time. Now we're going to do something different. So as you can see, we have the log off button, but let me show you how you can add people. So we have add people in the control panel. Click on that. As you can see, we have the user accounts and primary safety. Click change your account picture or add remove user accounts. I'm going to click create a new account. I'm going to name this on the screen. I'm going to name this. I'm going to type his username. Hit next. We're going to click limited for him, then create account. As you can see, his name was selected. I would change the picture to the same as the last time. Hit desktop and select profile picture. Or if I can do that, I will recommend you do something. It's a Dell PC. It looks like Dell, and except with a few. So as you can see, we have the Dell and these things. Look at the differences. We have the profile picture and the 2016 one. So if I can see, we have the Dell, or maybe so. I recommend you do this on your virtual machine by loading up the Dell logo, then loading up here. Launch Dell, then click on the buttons by selecting Save Image. I'll save this for easy access. And on the right, we're going to type his name and create account. The best way you can put our profile pictures is using host to guest. Then drag it up. There you go. Now on Windows XP, click that, drag and drop, and host to guest. Then we can simply drag our virtual machine to our VirtualBox VM. The easiest way to do this is we need to drag our things to the virtual machine. Click on that, and it should do it. Now we can change the wallpapers. We can change our picture to that, then them. There you go. That's more like it. And on that one, click that, then change picture, then browse more pictures, locate the one we did earlier, locate the one in the desktop, then right here. Now we can log out. Now watch this. Are you ready to do this, boys? Now, ready when you are. Ready? In 3, 2, 1. Now, as you can see, we have 2 accounts. Look at the differences. You can see we have DJs and that. Let's see on the left right here. We're going to see what our first login is. 1, 2, 3. Windows XP did it, and Windows 7 did. Anyway, that was that. Good. Now we're gonna do that with the same as before. Move light blue, host to guest, then copy that. There you go. Do the same thing to the other through, then like this. Light blue, personalized, and change the backgrounds. Change desktop background, change that to pictures library, then change the stretch, sound effects for these things. Same thing as my stuff. There you go. There we go. We can save that in as Dell. Okay, that's that. Do the same thing to the other crew. We're going to do the same thing with Windows XP. Copy it here. There we go. Now it should be there. So go to control panel. As you can see, it has my old background. Has the new one. Has the new backgrounds here. So here's themes, desktop background, browse here, desktop, yeah. Hit apply. There you go. That's that. Now we can log out of here, and we're going to do a restart test one more time. Are you ready? Let's do it. Start. Turn off computer. 1, 2.
You can't do it at the same time, though.
Oh, yeah. 3, 2, 1.
It will matter on what you do. So this has a 1 second head start on the left, on the right.
That's a head start on this.
Yeah, there's a head start on the right. So yeah, keep that in mind.
Okay, that one done.
About 6 seconds.
6 seconds. Now, I want to do something real quick. As you see, we have the Windows XP. Or the
Sometimes
Windows
life
7
is so simple
and
and we don't realize.
Next, we're gonna do is I want to update something to the boot menu, to the boot updater. If I type in Windows 7 boot logo, it will look like this. Let me just go ahead and see Windows 7 boot logo. As you can see, it's just that extracted from Windows files. It's just gonna say that. So
Yeah,
just-
one day we're gonna try Soundline Win and let's try to delete it. So yeah.
Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and load up DeviantArt. Let me load it here. And we have some background series. We're going to use the one from Windows 10, which is beautiful to me. Or I can select the one right here. I can analyze my systems here. We have the analyzing systems with this. Use at your own risk. However, it says login to download. We have to do this to my VirtualBox VM. So copy this from my thing. Copy this from this here, then paste into this one, then hit enter. So as you can see, we have analyzing systems. We're going to go ahead and click free download on our VirtualBox VM, and as you can see, we have it's a raw VM, but however there's a problem with this. So what we're going to do is we want to do something to here. So now what we're going to do is we're going to do something nice. We have this one right here. Copy this again from here, then paste into this one, then hit enter. Then we have this download button. As you can see, it doesn't say anything. It's just going to say that, just blah, 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 blah. You forget it. This time, we're going to use the one from Windows 10, and we're going to do this like this things. Or maybe I can do something like this. I can change the backgrounds, or you can change this like how it looks like. We have to use the Windows 7 booter link to do this as well. Just be clear. If you're using this like a VirtualBox VM, just be honest with me. If you have anything, if you can do it on here. So, anyways, we have the Windows 7 thing right here. But for this one, we're gonna do is a purple for this one. So copy this from here, or you can see we have this nice boot animation. Or you know what? I got something better. Cool. Better. It's better than ever. Delete this from the virtual machine. Then download this one. There you go. That's that. Now the easiest way to do this is we're going to transfer this to the VirtualBox VM. The easiest way to do this, click drag and drop. Then host to guest, same thing. Then move it over right here. Then that. Now we can extract them all and extract. As you can see, there they are. Last is a Windows 7 boot updater. We have to do is click on the link that was seen on DeviantArt. Then we have to do this by clicking on the Windows 7 boot updater to the VirtualBox VM. And we will download that, and it will look like here. Now, we're going to transfer this to the same as Windows 7. Click on that and move it over, and then that. Then we can load up our Windows 7 boot updater to the VirtualBox VM. Now, we can see a few. We can see the listers on the screen. You can see right here. Right now, at the minute right now, we have Dell and the one on the right. We have these things on screen. For me, I say, if you don't like this one, you can see that's just that. Open up file, or no. Click file, boot skin. Locate the one we downloaded earlier. Click on Windows boot screen, then select that, then hit open. Now it will just say, and There it is. It looks like this. Cool. Look at that. Look at this thing. So you can see how it looks like it looks. You can see how it looks in this set. Now we can go and change the background. So first, what we're going to do is we're going to change the things. Because this is purple, we're going to have to change the color to here. Then hit OK. Then we can change the colors. We're going to name this Oracle VirtualBox 7.116. 7.16 Windows 7 via Ivan PC. Then on here, we're going to have to change the copyright date. I'm going to do this copyright C 2007 or 1985 to 2009. Or I can say 2007 or just give me a minute while I check on the phone and see when was Oracle launched. Let me see what Oracle launched. Oracle VirtualBox launched. Let's see what was launched. January. Okay, this is January 1st, 2025. We're gonna check on VirtualBox. This is the VirtualBox VM. Oracle in 2010. So this is 2010 to 2025. 2010 to 2025. And this is the date. Okay, I'm on Pictures Corporation. All rights reserved. This is the official look at the things. Change the color to blue, then okay. This is how it looks like everything when you start your VM. Do the same thing, hit OK. Then we'll do that. Copyright C 2010 2025. Then change the colors to there we go, ours is served. Then change this to, as you can see, we have that right here, we have the things all settled in. But however, you can see the colors are different. So we can now change the boot screen on the right. Change the color to blue to purple. Now look at that. We're at an hour. Oracle VirtualBox 7. VirtualBox 7.16 Windows 7 via Ivan PC. This is what it looks like. However, you can see how everything looks. I will click full screen, see how it looks. Look at that. Take a look. You can see how the VirtualBox, you can see we have the Oracle VirtualBox. Take a look at this. We have this new full screen look at there. There's a new copyright date on the bottom, depending on what version that was launched. And yeah. We can go and click apply, and then we can go ahead and begin our speed test. Apply. Successfully update the boot animation and text. Hit OK. Now, we're going to do a restart test on both machines, and we're going to see how it looks like.
Not the police car.
Start, turn off computer, do the same thing. Are you ready? Let's do this with the new startup machine. The new startup. 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's get a head start. Oh my gosh, it's going. Oh, it did one. That one did one. Waiting for the other through. Okay. Now time for the. Oh yeah, we're gonna do the same thing as well. So hold on, test for both of these. Here we go. All right, that was all the tests I needed. So, anyways, so to conclude this, we're going to do a shutdown test for both machines. So that was everything I always thought, and that's going to be it. So, I'm going to end it here. I hope you guys enjoy. Thank you so much for watching. And if you enjoyed some of my test videos or speed tests, I will be soon doing this properly for you. Next, I'm going to do a speed test between Windows XP and Windows Vista. Then Vista versus 7. Then, and finally, we have Windows 10 and 11. We're going to do a speed test on both of these, and we're going to see which one will it do. Will it work on the Windows 7, or Windows 10, or Windows 11? Which one will it work? Either Windows 10 or Windows 11. We're not sure about that. We need to think about it, and we'll see how it turns out. So I'm going to conclude this with a shutdown test. So I'm going to turn it off with both of these, and we're going to do it at the same time when we turn off the screens for both of them. So we are going to turn off our VMs, and we're going to do them at the same time for both of them to conclude this test. Coming up next, we have Windows XP versus 7, then Windows 10 versus 11, then Windows 10 versus, I don't know, because the next one will be on Windows XP versus Vista, then Windows 10 versus Windows 11, then finally we have the next couple things to cover today. So anyways, we're going to conclude this here. I hope you guys enjoy, and thank you very much for watching. This is me signing off. Let's do a final shutdown test. 1, 2, 3. Windows 7 did shut down for us day 1. We're waiting for this to shut down the Windows XP. Is it going to be longer than that, or will it later? And before I leave this board, this is a little bit of a quick disclaimer. Windows XP and Windows 7 does not receive any security updates since 2014 and 2020, so it's vulnerable to security risks. So please don't sign into important accounts like your email or Google account. You should be just fine. Anyway, we're going to be finished now. I think Windows XP might be a bit time. Okay, Windows 7 to stop. Is that stopping? Alright, everybody. I hope you guys enjoy this speed test video. My name is Ivan Grosso Pictures, signing off, and goodbye. See you then.